I'm going to teach you about the power of softness. Now, in Kung Fu, we have the concept of yin and yang being equally important and needing to understand the balance between yin and yang. Yang can be hardness, and yin can be softness. And it's very easy to understand. Okay, in martial arts, you've got to be hard, you've got to hit hard. It's very easy to understand the power of hardness. But what about softness? Let's think about flexible weapons like nunchucks. I haven't got a nunchuck handy, but I got a 3-section staff. Wow, pretty exciting. People always like these flexible weapons. Yeah. And the reason they like the flexible weapon is you can spin it around. Wow. And we get the idea, spin it around. And when you whack someone with that, it's going to hurt. So people like nunchucks. You get the nunchuck, you spin it around. Yeah, that's easy to understand. So what's the big thing about the nunchuck? It's the chain. And the chain, that's the soft, flexible part. That's the hard bit. That's the soft bit. It's the soft bit that gives it its power. If it didn't have the soft bit, it'd just be a stick like this. The difference between a nunchuck and this stick is the soft part. And if you understand that, you can see where the power of the softness comes from. And I want to teach you a little bit more. If you've ever picked up a nunchuck, you've probably spun it around and wanted to catch it under your arm, like Bruce Lee. And most people, when they do that, it flicks up behind them and smacks them on the back of the head, and you get a big bruise on the back of your head. I've seen that done so many times. And that's the problem with the nunchucks, that you can't easily control them. You can't control the end that's flying around. That's the disadvantage. Flexible weapons are very difficult to control. You can get around that by making your body the flexible bit. If I make my wrist flexible, like the chain in a nunchuck, then I can spin this round like spinning a nunchuck. And then I've got power. And the power is coming from the softness and flexibility of the wrist. But I can do better than that, because I can have two flexible joints, the wrist and the elbow. And then, okay, well, that's getting much more powerful, much more lethal. Well, in that case, why don't we add another joint? Why don't we add the shoulder joint and get some flexibility from the shoulder joint? Okay. Now we're really getting power. Yeah, well, let's go the whole way. Let's add in softness and flexibility from the waist and the hips and the knees and the ankles, and use the whole body. Okay, now we got real power. You got some big power there. Where does that power come from? Power comes from the softness and the flexibility. That's the yin element. And if you can understand that, then you can understand the power of softness and the balance of yin and yang. It's the softness from which stems the power.